Stacy glanced around. "Has Cohen arrived yet?" "Yes, he's here." Stacy wondered if Eli had noticed the sudden bitterness in Dee's voice. She definitely had. A few moments later, Eli had met Dee's family, and Stacy could tell he liked them. She was glad because the Lewises had always treated her like a second daughter, and they'd been there for her and Cohen when their parents and aunt had passed away. Stacy kept glancing around for her brother. She didn't see him anywhere. Maybe he was outside on the terrace that overlooked Brighton Lake. Dee had excused herself for a minute, and Stacy and Eli were standing near the French doors, enjoying the evening breeze. What a wonderful night. But her enjoyment was cut short when a couple approached them. While she'd known this meeting was inevitable, she'd still dreaded it, because the couple was Wallace and Gale. "Stacy, it's good seeing you again," the woman said, giving a smile that Eli Steele thought was as phony as a $3 bill. He roamed his gaze over the woman, trying to figure out what in the hell she supposedly had over Stacy. He found nothing. Stacy was better looking in all aspects, and he couldn't help but notice the way Gale was staring over the rim of her wine glass at him. Female interest. He would recognize it anywhere. She was checking him out, right in front of her fiancé. "Gale, Wallace, it's good to see you both," Stacy said. "I'd like you to meet Eli Steele, my fiancé." It took everything within Eli to be a gentleman and offer his hand to them. "So, Gale, I understand you're the woman I should thank," he said, pulling Stacy close to his side. "Thank?" Gale asked, a confused look on her face. "Why should you be thanking me?" "For taking Wallace off Stacy's hands. Otherwise, I wouldn't be marrying her Christmas Day." "You're getting married this Christmas, Stacy?" a surprised Wallace asked. "Yes," Stacy said, smiling brightly as she looked up at Eli. He smiled back indulgently. "The two of you really seem to be happy about it," Wallace said in a mocking tone. Eli chuckled. "You can't even imagine. Overjoyed is more like it." He then lifted Stacy's hand to his lips. Might as well play this up while he had the chance. Gale blinked upon seeing the ring on Stacy's hand and almost choked on her wine. "That ring, is it by Zion?" He deliberately lifted Stacy's hand to kiss it on purpose. Her ring was always an attention grabber, and he knew it. "Yes, Zion is a good friend of mine." "He is? Wow," Gale said. "That ring is gorgeous." "Only the best," Eli interjected. "For the best. Stacy is everything I've ever wanted in a woman." Gale leaned close to him and whispered, "Too bad Wallace didn't think so." Eli felt Stacy flinch, and that pushed him to say, "Then maybe I need to rephrase that. She's everything any real man would want in a woman." Wallace stiffened his spine. "What are you implying?" Eli met the man's glare. "I didn't imply. I said it. Just the way you did by the choice you made. Personally, I'm satisfied that I got the best woman for me. I hope you can say the same. Now, if you will excuse us." And without another word, Eli went to lead Stacy away. But his woman wasn't going to let him have all the fun. Before he'd taken a step, Stacy added, "By the way, Gale, I love your ring. I must admit that it looks better on your hand than it ever did on mine." Then they walked away. Once they'd moved some distance away from the couple, Eli asked, "Do you mean to tell me that she's wearing your old engagement ring?" "Yes. He added a couple of small diamonds to give it a new look, but it's the same. Dee had told me it was, but I didn't want to believe Wallace would be that cheap, or that Gale would let him. They deserve each other." Eli stopped walking and pulled her into his arms. "I'm anxious to get back to our hotel room." Stacy gazed up at him, her heart filled with love for the man who wanted to make her his. "I really want to see Cohen before we leave. Dee said he was here, but I haven't seen him anywhere. Let's look out on the terrace." Cohen was indeed out on the patio, but he wasn't alone. He and Dee were having a